And welcome to another episode of Behind the Uniform. This is the platform where we take you inside the lives of student athletes away from the field or court of play, where you can find out what they're all about when they aren't playing sports, when they aren't entertaining you, when they're doing things to be entertained, right? They get a better feel for who they are as people. It's one of the great things about what we do. The other thing that we try to achieve with this platform is try to enhance their financial wellness and education. Saw a real need in the NIL era to help student athletes in that way, feeling a responsibility to do so, knowing so many of these young people at a very young age, definitely all the things they do from basically a livelihood standpoint for us, feels like we owe it to them. To help them maintain some of what they're earning along the way. And so that's what this platform strives to do, and we have great partners helping us do that, starting with our friends over at Golden Limo, who have made it a habit of getting you to your destination on time, every time. That is their policy, that is their promise at Golden Limo. And with Golden Limo right now, you can take advantage of some great transportation opportunities, game day opportunities, great initiatives through goldenlimo.com. Just by watching this platform, you can check them out right now. If you have ground transportation needs, get to your destination on time, every time with Golden Limo. Their fleet of charter buses, executive sprinters, mid-size vans, party buses, luxury SUVs, and even a trolley, their service and attention to every detail is second to none, and their track record for safety is beyond reproach. Whether you're traveling in Southeast Michigan, throughout the United States, or even abroad, Golden Limo has you covered. And now when you make a reservation with Golden Limo using the Golden Ticket, you'll be supporting Michigan NIL and a great military charity. Golden Limo founder and CEO Sean Duvall has been a great supporter of Michigan NIL, first through his NIL partnership with Will Johnson and his toy drive, and then through Will's Golden Limo NIL ambassadorship. And now in 2024, Sean and Golden Limo are back with an NIL partnership with Zeke Berry. Sean Duvall also comes from a military family and is a passionate supporter of military charities. One of those charities is Freedom River. Freedom River is a comprehensive outdoor recreation center located in Brighton, Michigan that assists in reassimilation of U.S. military service members, veterans, and their families. A portion of your reservation fee will go there, and that's not all. There's one more perk. Once a month, one Golden Ticket reservation will be selected to attend an exclusive party after the season. That party will include Zeke Berry, LaMar Morgan, maybe some other guests. I know it will include the film study crew, Al Borges, Vance Bedford, doing an exclusive film study breakdown in front of the audience that is at that party. It'll have the Dropping Dimes crew with Devin Gardner, Daniel Horton. Maybe it'll include you, but only if you book through Golden Limo using the Golden Ticket once per month. A Golden Ticket reservation will be selected to go to that party with 3 guests, but only if you book your reservation through Golden Limo using the Golden Ticket. All you have to do to book your Golden Ticket reservation is go to goldenlimo.com/golden ticket or call their team at 734-668-8282 and mention Golden Ticket to book your transportation reservations today. So again, don't miss out. If you wait, you might miss out, so you want to take advantage of it right now. We also want to send a special shout out to our friends over at the University of Michigan Credit Union and our friends at Morgan Stanley who are helping with the Financial Literacy Bootcamp. We'll get to that a little bit later on in the show. Right now, we want to welcome on our special guest for this episode, one Mr. Jaden Mangham. Been looking forward to this. Jaden, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited. Thankful that you allowed me to join you. So.
Yeah, man. So is this your first interview as a Wolverine?
Yeah.
First interview as a Wolverine. Man, been looking forward to this. Now, listen, it's been a long time coming. Because I remember covering you as a recruit. I remember getting a call before you blew up from my man Reggie Wins. Shout out to Rising Stars. Webb, I got one for you. One of my babies, Jaden Mangham. You gotta watch him, Webb. He's gonna be a guy. He's gonna be a guy. And lo and behold, you turned out to be a guy who you could have gone either side of the ball, Jaden. So if you take us back to your recruitment, you were getting recruited at DB and receiver, right?
Yes, I was getting recruited for wide receiver. For the longest, I wanted to play receiver, but Reggie, my dad, all of them, they were telling me, there's a lot of 6'3" receivers. There's not a lot of 6'3" safeties. So when they said that, I was like, you're right. So that definitely helped me. That helped me make my decision towards the end, and it's definitely worked out.
Yeah, I would say it did because you rose up and had a big recruiting profile. You had many of the nation's best programs recruiting you, including the University of Michigan,
yes,
who they came after you. And initially, my recollection was they were pursuing you as a receiver, someone, I believe it was Gaddis at the time, wasn't it?
Yes, Gaddis.
Yeah, it was Josh Gaddis at the time, kind of pursuing you as a receiver. It was kind of like a little lukewarm. They weren't saying it with their chest a little bit. And it felt like you could feel that. Meanwhile, Michigan State was, and they were giving you the opportunity on defense. Now, Michigan eventually came in and said defense. By that time, it felt like you were, what did they call it, Spartan? You was Spartan dog all the way?
Yeah. Just going through that whole process, they came in a little late towards the end. And, I had already built my relationship with Coach Barnett and Coach Tucker and all of that. So, I felt that would be the best decision for me, especially playing DB. With their resumes, they had put a lot of DBs in the league. So seeing that, I felt that they would be able to help me do the same.
Yeah, man. So you get up there. You went up there as an early enrollee, right?
Yeah, I came in January.
Yeah. So what was your transition to college ball like? Because, there's a mental transition and then there's the physical transition, which is tough at any point. But man, you had to put on some weight. You had to put on some weight. So how tough was it for you to make that transition to college ball?
It was a little tough, yeah, definitely. Just coming in, seeing everything, it was a lot different. It moved a lot faster than what I was used to. Literally in December, I was in high school playing with my teammates. Then a month later, I'm in college playing with all these guys who already know what to do. So just picking everything up, it was definitely kind of tough. But once I got the hang of it, it was over from there.
Yeah, man, and you started playing right away, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you cracked the lineup like right now.
Yeah.
So when did you start getting significant playing time, would you say?
My first time starting was Maryland. Yeah, that was my first game starting. I played every single snap of defense.
And so what game of the season was that?
I believe that was around the fourth or fifth game.
Of your freshman season?
Yep, of my freshman year.
Of your freshman year.
Yeah.
You can't be soft and play the fourth or fifth game of your freshman year, can you?
Oh, no, of course not.
That's like impossible, right?
In the Big Ten?
Impossible to be soft.
In the Big Ten, that's impossible.
Yeah, I don't know how you could be soft and do that.
Hey.
I'm trying to figure it out.
I am too.
Yeah, but you're having a good experience, and then your brother. I mean, what was it like playing with your brother, man? That has to make it special.
It was very special. It was special for my family. My mom especially. She was so excited when he announced that he was coming there. Me and him were the same number. I really don't know if anybody's ever done that, like the same number, two siblings, but they could have. But we like to say we were the first ones. And but it was exciting. Just being able to see him every single day, line up, go against him. I was excited for that. But I'm even more excited this year because this time I actually get to play him.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I can't wait for that. Our whole family's gonna be at that one, and that's the game. That's the game we've been waiting for our whole entire lives.
Hey man, see, you're a veteran at this interview game too, because you just set up my next question. Because it feels like there's some good athletes in the Mangham family. Clearly, right?
Yeah.
So who's the best athlete in the Mangham family?
Of course, I have to say me. I have to say me. I feel like I can do it all. But my brother, talk about crazy, you know, somebody that's gonna put it out there on the line and just go out there, like he gonna do that, you know. We never have to worry about him. We'll never have to worry about him playing the game with that same mindset just of being a dog, you know. That's why I know. That's why I'm excited. I can't wait. But you know, that game that's going hold bragging rights for a while. So
yeah, man,
we need that.
It's gonna be interesting. So you know, he's not. I don't know him, but I can sense, especially with what you just said, he's not gonna take it easy on you if he sees you on the field.
Definitely not. He told me how he's gonna lower his shoulder. No remorse. So we'll see. Like I said, I always wanted to experience, you know, goal line stand and just the hole opens up and it's just me and him one-on-one. That'll be the best.
I got you. All right. So you're going through that Michigan State experience. I don't want to get in the weeds of everything that was going on, but I do want to talk about your personal sort of experience dealing with everything that was going on. How hard was it with so many distractions?
Yeah.
And the fact that, I mean, things weren't going well on the football field. How tough was it for you as a player? How tough was it for the team?
It's very tough. You know, you never expect something like that to happen, like, ever. Like, it was just so surprising, and it caught us at probably one of the worst moments it could have. You know, we had just came off a great win against Richmond. You know, we were excited, getting prepared. Washington was coming to us. You know, we were feeling great, and then just the news broke. And, you know, it was just never the same. Like, the whole vibe in the building, coming in that following Monday, practicing, like, it was never the same. And, you know, just everything leading up to that game, it was just self-explanatory. So, you know, just going through the whole season, it was tough. You know, we had a lot going on. There was a lot behind the scenes. There was a lot with players, coaches, you know. It really wasn't a team. Like, it really wasn't like, we really weren't together that much. You know, there was just so much that was happening, and, you know, but who really expected that?
Right.
It's like, it's just something that you never expect to happen, and, you know, I'm definitely grateful because, you know, a lot of guys stuck through the season. A lot of guys played all the games, you know, stayed there and thugged it out basically. But, you know, it was just tough. It's something that, you know, like once it happens and then things just keep trickling in, it just builds up and you can never recover from it. So it was tough.
So, I mean, you had the benefit of, you know it's somebody there that you can lean on. So you had that, right? You got family that you can lean on. So, I mean, not everybody on the squad that had that. So
No.
you were fortunate in that regard, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, I was definitely fortunate. You know, me and my brother, you know, we always leaned on each other. We always do to this day. You know, we always text each other, see how each other's doing, you know. But, you know, a lot of guys didn't have that, and it showed. But, you know, I'm just grateful that we all made it through the season. You know, we all kept fighting. Some people decided it was best not. But a lot of us stayed and just kept fighting through that season, and it was tough. But I mean, I'm glad it all came and worked out.
Yeah. So then it's decision time, Jaden, and not just for you. I'm saying you weren't the only guy who had a choice to make and who made the choice to leave.
Yeah.
There are a lot of guys who made that choice, but you specifically. When did you come to the conclusion that you were going to be out? Not that you were going to Michigan, but that, you know what, I got to go. When did you make that decision?
Most definitely. You know, there were some things after spring ball that had led up to that decision, going through everything, you know. There was some trust issues. There were a lot of trust issues that were going on with my family, me and my brother. And, you know, we felt that it'd be best for me to take a step back and, you know, just go out there and explore my options. You know, so that's what I did. And, you know, I never once told the staff, like, we need to stop talking, like it's over with. There was still a chance that, you know, I was still communicating with the DB coach and all of that. But, you know, somebody had reached out. Short time, basically they just said, you know, it's done, don't come back. So when they said that, I was just like, oh, okay. I'm fine then.
So they closed the door on you, not the other way around.
Yeah, no, they closed the door on me, but a lot of people think the opposite. Mm-hmm. But I was in a situation that was benefiting me like crazy. I was starting, I came off a Big Ten year. We had a lot of momentum. We were bringing in a lot of good people, so it was an ideal situation for me. So why would I want to give that up? Mm-hmm. Just leave. So there was some stuff that happened, and mm-hmm. they closed the door on me. So I was just like, okay, I'll see you then.
Right. And so then you started looking around and realized that you had options.
Yeah.
You had a lot of options, right?
Yeah.
And so Michigan comes calling. Funny how full circle things come. Different coaching dynamic on the defense side of the ball. So you had to get to know these new guys. And so take me through that journey of hearing from Michigan and then getting to know these new guys at Michigan and feeling like, okay, this might work.
Yeah, going through my whole recruitment process, I already knew Coach Moore and Coach Bellamy, mm-hmm. So it was easy. They reached out, so I already had that connection built with them. So it was easy to talk with them. And then Coach Morgan reached out to me, and he's a great guy. I love him. I love everything about him. I love the way he coaches, just how he is as a man. It's great. He spoke the truth to me, and that's what I could appreciate. So just going through that whole process, I just enjoyed it all. So when I came up here on my visit and I was able to meet everybody face to face and see what they were actually talking about, that sealed the deal for me.
Mm-hmm. All right, and so again, versatility, the name of the game. This is a defense where they do a lot. How deeply did you look into? I mean, look, they're a championship defense, but looking into their scheme and what they do, did you study that a lot before you decided that this is where you wanted to be?
Oh yes, most definitely. I was talking with Coach Wink. I asked him, where does he see me? Like, how do I fit in with this? He told me, like, he sees me in that high middle, that post roaming, playing back there, being able to come down, of course, get in the box, play inside there. Just seeing that their whole scheme and seeing what they've been able to do, and already knowing what they run, it was easy to make that decision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so you said you like Coach Morgan. What is it about him that you connected with so easily? Why do you vibe with him so well?
He's straightforward. He's a straightforward guy. He'll tell you as it is, and I can appreciate that because, the biggest thing with me is just being, like, honest and truthful. Like, I want the truth. I don't want you to lie to me. Like, I don't want you to spare my feelings and lie. I'd rather you give me the hard truth.
So what truth did he tell you that stand? I mean, there's something he could have lied about.
Yeah.
I mean, because you keep saying that. So what could he have lied about that he didn't lie about, that he told you the truth about?
There were a lot of stuff in my game. A lot of people go out there and say, you're great, you can do this, you can do that, you can come in, start immediately, and I'm just like, we know that's not true. Mm-hmm. So he came in, he told me what I had to work on. I already knew some of the things I had to work on. He said the same exact things. I can appreciate that. And he told me if you come here, it's gonna be the best opportunity for you to get that work, get on the field. So I just said, oh, most definitely.
Okay, all right. So you got to consult your family, though.
Yeah.
Mom, dad, brother, Reggie.
Yeah.
I want to know where everybody across the game, because, man, listen, you going from Michigan State to Michigan. That's not walking across the street.
Oh, yeah.
That's a decision you make, right?
Yeah.
So what did everybody say when you said, you know what, family, this is what I want to do?
They always supported me. They supported me through everything. Having those talks with them, I was just like, I feel like this is the best decision for me. And, they were excited. They couldn't wait because, a lot of stuff had already been out there that was being said. So, I felt like this was definitely going to be a good choice also.
We'll get to that later.
Oh, yeah. And another great thing about it, was just the academics and all of that. That's another great thing.
That's a great point because let's shout out you as a student. You're on pace to graduate.
Yes, this December.
So that's 3.5 years, right?
Yeah.
Man, that's tremendous.
Oh, yeah.
That's tremendous. Now, it is not an easy proposition to graduate in 3.5 years anywhere.
What?
But to transfer to the University of Michigan at that stage of your academic career can be exceedingly difficult.
Yeah.
But being an in-state institution, there are some avenues that you can take that allow you to do that. And they were able to explore those avenues to allow you to do that. So basically, you're going to be able to finish your Michigan State degree at Michigan. Is that right? Is that how it works?
Yes, that's how it works. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. There's a lot of things people can take from you, but a degree, they definitely can't take that from me. So, I can't wait. I'll be there in December, so all my Spartan fans, you can see me there. Can't wait for that.
But listen, of all of the back and forth, because look, I'm known to go back and forth with some Spartans myself. I think you probably know that, having been on the other side for some time, right? But this is something that's academics are different.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's a real life aspect of things, and I would think that piece of it could be separated. Like, you may not like you going to Michigan.
Yeah.
But to say don't let the man get his degree,
yeah.
that seems like a bridge too far.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy that people just think that, just take away something that I've been working for these past 3 years just because I did something that they didn't like. Like, you want me to not graduate because I hurt your feelings? Come on, like, that doesn't even make sense. Yeah.
Fortunately, it has no bearing. Those feelings have no bearing on reality. There's an actual agreement between institutions in the state of Michigan that allow for this to happen, and it will happen. And you are on pace to graduate, and that is an extremely, extremely commendable accomplishment that you are on pace to achieve, man. So I gotta salute you for that, and I'm sure that the level-headed Spartan fans out there are commending you for that too. They might not like you being a Wolverine, but they certainly would commend you for achieving a Michigan State degree. Now, we're gonna come back to talking football in a minute, but right now we're getting ready to talk about some of the things you can do with that Michigan State degree and eventually that Michigan graduate degree, because we're getting into the financial literacy boot camp. So this is the portion of the program where we talk about uplifting student athletes in their financial endeavors, because I keep shouting out my man Giovanni El Hadi, who highlighted a problem. He said, you know what, Sam? Some of us, he didn't even say, he didn't qualify it, did he, Lance? He didn't qualify it. He didn't say some of us. He said us athletes aren't very smart with our money. Now, I said, Gio, that's what we are aiming to change. We are looking to help more of not just you athletes, but just young people in general be smarter with your money. Just so happens that athletes are coming in contact with more money these days in the NIL era. And so our friends at UMCU and our friends at Morgan Stanley said, we'll help out on the UMCU side, University of Michigan Credit Union. They said, hey, you know what? We can help lay the foundation. We can teach them some very, very helpful tools, or give them some very helpful tools with our playbook for prosperity. So Jaden, you made your way over to the University of Michigan Credit Union, and you learned some lessons. What were your biggest takeaways from your time with UMCU?
One of my biggest takeaways was, building credit. I never knew how important it was. They put us through, they were telling us some things. I never knew missing one payment could affect your credit score that much. They were telling us it could drop to 70, 75 points. I was like, dang. So, that was definitely important to me because, later down the road, I want to get a car and house, and I know it's important So, I want to start building my credit because I haven't started yet.
I shared with you guys, 300 to 850. What would be a good score? If I kind of said,
300.
Yeah, where do we want to be? You said about 7? Right, yeah. Let's do an example.
Okay.
I think this helps because credit scores are almost like your financial GPA, that kind of thing. 0 to 4.0, the higher the better, right? You got something for sale, right?
I sure do. I have a 2024 Ford Bronco for sale.
Okay.
It's $45,000. Mm-hmm. Who's got it?
Whew. Okay, so we got a couple people that are interested in it.
Okay.
So, Jaden, I know you want this Bronco, and you have asked to borrow $40,000. What's your credit score?
600.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna
Yikes.
take you behind the scenes. If I got an application with a 600 credit score, that's a pretty low score. That would be about a D, give or take, that kind of thing. To me, we're still friends, but you are risky. There's a really good chance I'm not gonna get paid back. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna approve Jaden,
Okay.
but I'm gonna charge you 20%. Okay. Your monthly payment is $1,080. And by the time Jaden ends up paying this loan back, $23,000 in interest.
On top of the 45,000.
Correct. Can I get you in this car, Jaden? Do we got a deal?
I'm good.
He's good. All right. Okay.
Wow, and see, you know what? That is amazing.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the first things that a lot of college kids do. I know when I got to University of Michigan, the first things I did was get a credit card, which is like maybe not the smartest. Maybe not. I still have my first credit card that I got at University of Michigan, by the way. So my longest standing line of credit. But it's not an advisable thing to open up a bunch of lines of credit or every credit card that's offered to you to get in. Certainly a late payment, and it sounds like you learned this, can sink your credit score, and it takes a long time to build it back up.
Yeah, going through and telling us how long, just how one payment could drop it, but how much longer it would take to build it back up. It was just like, so I got to stay on top of this.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
and it sounds like they take it personally. It's a personal investment, a relationship in helping educate you in all of those things, whether it's, understanding credit, understanding savings.
I just wanted just to do a little bit of an icebreaker related to today's topic. I'm just going to give you 2 words, and I just want you to tell me what resonates with you more. Where do you kind of go? Jade, I'm going to start with you. Don't want to put you on the spot.
I can't
It's
wait.
simple,
I cannot wait to
easy,
see what
easy.
y'all say.
You've heard this before. Saver or spender?
I'll probably say spender.
Okay.
All right, we're still friends. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right.
I appreciate the honesty. It's the first one of today.
Yeah.
Everybody's
It's all-
been saver. Good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to save more.
I appreciate it.
It's
It's
hard.
okay.
It
Yeah,
sure
and
is.
it's of course situation. It's interesting as you get a little bit older. I would be curious. 5-10 years from now, would you answer differently or the same in terms of today? We sometimes we change as we get a little bit older. Sometimes we stay. Our money personalities somewhat stay the same. But spontaneous or planner when it comes to your finances? What? All right, I like that smile. That always is good. What do you think, Jade? Spontaneous or are you somebody who likes to kind of plan ahead?
I like to plan ahead
All right.
sometimes,
Yeah.
but I do make a lot of spontaneous
Okay.
purchases,
No worries.
especially like on shoes and clothes.
For sure.
Yeah.
We've heard that a few. Yeah.
Yep, we've heard that all
Yeah,
day.
you love hearing about that stuff.
Yeah.
I know that. And this one will probably be a little easier for you guys. Worrier or confident? Where would you tend to financially right now? Jane, what do you think?
I'm confident.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
confident.
And I sort of intentionally asked you that. I'll share with you 2 things. First of all, one of the most challenging things that I do, parts of my job, is occasionally I have to work with a family or a couple or an individual that's really struggling, that's really, really having a hard time. And it's not so much the budget, the credit score, it's the worry. Jaden, you guys have a game in about a month, give or take, that type of thing. Will you guys have a game plan?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's the easiest
Yeah,
question I've
he's-
asked yet,
absolutely,
right? Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
No
Hopefully
pause.
there'll be a pretty good game plan, very detailed. We're going to do this, we're going to do that, those type of things. Once that game starts, though, what is likely to happen? Because you're going to have an opponent. What's likely to happen?
Gotta adjust.
Let's talk a little bit about the plan. Not to put you on the spot. If I just said, hey, listen, how do you get through the month financially? Do you have a notebook, a spreadsheet? Do you just kind of wing it? How do you get through the month to make sure that you're staying financially well? Jaden, I don't know. Do you have a spreadsheet? Do you have just everything up here? How are you successful?
Normally when my money comes in, I write it down, how
Got it.
much I'm coming in, and then I pay everything that I have to. So my rent,
Okay.
bills, all of those.
Got it.
I take care of that first, and then I put the rest of it into savings, and I'll keep a little just to spend, and that's where
Right, they were hitting that very, very hard and having a relationship. So, one of the things that we heard is, did you got a bank card while you were there?
Yeah.
I think you had an old bank card too.
Yeah, I did.
You walked in with an old bank card.
I walked in with an old bank card. Yeah.
What happened to that old bank card?
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
You discarded that old bank
I
card.
had to get rid of that.
So the playbook for prosperity with our friends at University of Michigan Credit Union is definitely working out for you. Glad that you had a great experience with our friends at UMCU.
Yes.
So, Jaden, that's just part of the financial journey. The foundation being laid is step one. Building on that foundation is step two. That's where you get into your conversations with your financial planner. You get into talking about investments, building wealth, and that's where talking to our friends at Morgan Stanley came in. So what did you learn from your conversations with them?
They were telling me a lot of great things, but one of the biggest things was building a budget. Right now, before I had talked to them with my mom, I always save my NIL money. It always goes into a savings account, so I never touch it. I just live off my other money, other things that I get. So talking with them, they would be able to help me, build that budget so I can have generational wealth down the line, be able to take care of my kids, take care of my family. That's an important thing to me because I want to be able to help them, give to them, so they can just know how it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, it's real. So you said you save your NIL money.
Yeah.
Like you've been saving it.
Yeah, I've been saving it.
Not like you just started right now. You've been saving it from the beginning.
Yeah, I've been saving it.
Wow.
From the beginning, the beginning would be January, so that was my first. So I've been saving ever since then. I've been saving all of my money up.
Did you get any NIL at Michigan State?
I didn't.
No NIL at Michigan State.
Not until this spring.
Wow.
Yeah, this spring was my first time getting some from down there. So I didn't really feel anything about it because I was playing football.
Yeah.
I didn't really feel that way, but just seeing other things, seeing other players, it just takes something. But
I hear you. Well, hey.
Yeah.
Now that's being rectified.
Oh yeah, most
Right?
definitely.
Okay, so listen, but to do that with your first, to have that lesson already, to know you start putting some money away now, to start talking about generational wealth with your first check, that's a lesson that a lot of guys don't have out the gate. So you're ahead of the game in that way because that's been one of the lessons that I know the Hemmett Group and Morgan Stanley has been stressing with all the guys that have come through. Put away some of that money right now. Even if it doesn't matter how little. You wait 30 years, that little bit of money that you put away right now is going to be a lot more.
Yeah.
The concept of that might be hard to grasp in the moment, but 30 years from now, you'll be thankful.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I can't wait for that. It's just an important thing. I don't touch it. Only time I ever touch it is if I absolutely have to. So that's for only like rent or stuff like that.
There you you go. Well, that's what the Financial Literacy Bootcamp is all about. So, Jaden, you have come to the University of Michigan. You have immersed yourself in this culture. Give me your, how does it feel? How does it feel with the guys? What do the connections feel like? Who have you bonded with the most? Just your experience at Michigan so far.
You know, my experience has been great. It's been great. You know, coming in, I could tell it was different. Like doing things, the lifts, workouts, just running, seeing how people carry themselves, seeing how people prepare, you know, seeing that it was different. You know, there were some guys who did do a little bit of that, but you know, it's just so much more here. And you know, some of the guys, you know, I talked to a lot of the guys, you know, Alex, Will, all of them, Makari, you know, I always, Colston, I talk to a lot of them just to see how everything's going. They always make sure I'm doing good, which I appreciate. But, you know, just coming in here, it's been different. And they've been helping me a lot. You know, the resources that are here, you know, they're amazing. So, you know, I'm taking advantage of everything that I have here, using it for my success so I can become an even better player and better person.
Yeah. You know, I talk to the guys, they talk about their brotherhood here, the culture here.
Yeah.
You know it's real because they won a championship.
Yeah.
So you know it's not fake. And yet, the way how they talk about it and how similar the things they say, like you could talk to one guy here in Ann Arbor and go talk to another guy at Big Ten Media Day and they say the same stuff. It's like, come on, man, y'all reading from a script.
Yeah.
It seems like it's not real,
Yeah.
but you know it is. And then you see a guy like you come in and they give a concrete example of this is what's different about us. Yeah. And so I'm gonna give you an example that I don't know if you know about. You came up at Big Ten Media Day.
Yeah.
Jaden Mangham. So it was a Michigan State reporter who comes up to Makari Page. And it's like, hey, man, don't you think it's weird? You guys got Jaden Mangham from Michigan State. Samaj Bridgman goes from Michigan to Michigan State. Makari's basically, I don't have the quotes. We'll play the clip, but what's weird about that? It's like, you don't feel a certain kind of way, you know, flipping sides of the rivalry, and how do you feel about this? I wish him luck. It's my brother. You know, we don't feel a certain kind of way about that. We wish him well. That's our guy. He was our teammate for some years. You know, I was talking to Jaden the other day. He was like, you know, they hating on him, and I'm like, what? And then I look on social media and I see somebody talking about he's soft. It's like, what? He's soft? He was your teammate 2 minutes ago. Now he's soft. Yeah. How does that work? What kind of brotherhood is that? He's like, we have a brotherhood.
Is it weird at all? You know, and you guys lose Samaj to Michigan State. I mean, just kind of, it's a little different.
It ain't really weird to me at all. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel a certain way about it at all. But maybe they do more so, not us, because not like Samaj leaving to go to Michigan State. It was like, all right, congrats, bro, because like, ain't no like hate with that, like, you know what I'm saying? But him coming over here, I feel like he told me that like guys on the team probably like talking down on him, whatever. I saw on Twitter actually somebody said something about him like he's soft anyways, like he was your teammate 2 days ago, so how he's soft now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of brotherhood is that? But yeah, I don't know.
And it's like, you know what? This dude, and he said it so cool. Like, he wasn't trying to get attention. He wasn't even trying to slight them. He was just like, you asked me a question. I'm telling you, that doesn't matter to us.
Yeah.
But it matters to them. And so I'm curious from your perspective, because he's talking about you. If you feel that, do you feel that what he's saying is true?
No, yeah, the brotherhood here it's been different. You know, it's been entirely different. You know, guys, you know, they take this serious. You know, they come in ready to work. You know, they do everything right. You know, we never have problems. You know, we do things we do things like as a team. We had, as a whole team, you know, we had the statue mentality plank as a whole team. One person moved. Nobody got a 2 for today. No, when I tell you we didn't have a single problem with that, I was like, dang. I was like, it's like that here? But, you know, there's some other things, but I won't get into none of that. But, you know, the brotherhood, you know, they showed me it's different. You know, they've taken care of me. You know, they embraced me. I never had any problems. You know, like I said, with any of the other stuff, you know, if they wanted to reach out to me, they could have. But, you know, they decided to go to social media and do it that way. So that's the way they went. So that's the way they go. So we'll just see how it works out.
So, I mean, real talk, was this soft stuff? Was there ever any of that, like, that they tried to use in motivation and practice? Was this ever like, hey, man, you soft out here? You know, hey, we want to see you step it up. Because sometimes coaches or players do that to try to fire you up. Did they ever say anything like that in practice?
No, I never had anybody ever come up to me and say I was soft at practice. I never had any player do that. So, you know,
so this is all new.
Yeah, this is all new. All new. You know, if that's how he feels, that's how he feels. So I mean, hopefully he can do some more for them than he did last year. So we'll see. We'll see.
Hey man, I'm not trying to start nothing. I'm not trying to perpetuate nothing on the platform.
Facts. No, I don't. You know, I don't start nothing.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
No, well, you listen. I shouldn't say that. I actually do like to start stuff. If you know me, but I don't want to put you in it. I don't want to make problems for you. I love to smoke. I like talking back and forth with Sparties all the time, and Buckeyes for that matter. Yeah, I welcome them to my platform, but I don't want to send no attention your way. So, don't send no hate to Jaden.
I'm all good.
You want to send any hate, bring it my way. I take it all.
I'm all good. You know, I'm used to it. I can't wait. You know, I don't say nothing. You know, I can't say nothing really. You know, we haven't played. But, you know, all I can say is I just want them to keep that same energy, keep everything they said, and just keep saying it after we play them. That's all I want. They can say whatever they want right now. They can keep saying whatever they want right now. Just keep the same energy.
So let's talk about your game because there are Michigan fans who are familiar with you, but didn't really watch, don't really know your game, didn't really watch you in high school like we do. So give them the scouting report on Jaden Mangham. What will they see?
You know, you'll see a willing tackler. You know, you'll see a guy who comes up, not afraid to tackle, not afraid to get their face dirty, come into the box. You know, but you also have a guy that covers the field. You know, sideline to sideline. That's one of my favorite things. You know, being able to just take control of that back end and being able to come play, and you know, having QBs afraid to throw the ball deep. You know, that's something I take pride in, and you know, just being able to come down and cover man to man, being able to do all of that.
Yeah, man. It's what would you say that, as far as improvements are concerned, because you said Coach Morgan was saying he was real about what you need to work on, what you need to get better at. So, personally, when you scout yourself, would you say, man, this is something I need to be better on as we get into the season? What would that, or what would those things be?
I would definitely say my tackling. You know, I went into it, you know, I saw it. It was they said I had about an 8% missed tackle rating. You know, that's not too bad, but you know, I don't want it to be that high regardless. You know, I got to work on that. He said I opened the gate a little too much when I come down, so you know, I'm working on that. And another thing that me personally I want to work on is just being in my coverage skills. Man, being able to come down, play man. Those are some of the things I feel like I can work on.
This playbook, man, they say it's a beast.
Yeah. Yeah.
They say it's a beast. They do a lot on the back end.
Yeah.
Has that been a lot to adjust to?
You know, not really. You know, they just have different terminology. But a lot of stuff I've already ran.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm just putting words to words, you know, making a lot of it similar. But there are definitely some things that we haven't that I haven't ran that definitely have gotten me. So you know, I'm just working on that, getting excited. But you know, I'm not worried about a playbook. Yeah,
Okay, I hear
that's
you.
one of the things. Yeah.
I hear you. Hey, man. Well, definitely see the confidence. Definitely see the excitement to be able to get out there and do your thing for sure. Appreciate you sharing that excitement with us. See big things ahead for you coming up this fall. I'm curious as you look around. You look around on this defense, man. There are a lot of opportunities. I'm just curious, just in workouts, so you see guys running around because camp doesn't start till Wednesday. But who have you been impressed with just looking at running around in workouts?
You know, definitely the D line. You know, it's it's crazy. You know, some of them D linemen is just whew. You know, they're crazy. You know, they got a lot going for them. You know, they've played a lot. You know, they've done a lot of things, played a lot more than 80 snaps, something like that. So they've had a lot under their belt. So you know, I'm excited for them.
Absolutely. Well, excited for you as well, Jaden. Thanks a lot for spending some time with us. Good luck this season, and hopefully you stick it to the other Mangham, man.
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Hey, you called your shot.
Yeah.
I think that's probably gonna be tougher for you than the Spartans.
Yeah.
I think
most definitely.
I think getting that other Mangham is, I don't know, man. What is he? What is he like? 240? 235?
230. He up there.
Bro, I don't know, man.
He don't move like it though.
All right, man. We appreciate your time. Thanks a lot.
Sir. Thank you.
And thanks for watching another edition of Behind the Uniform. You can always find these episodes on our YouTube page. Of course, I want to thank our great sponsors, starting with our presenting sponsor, Golden Limo. Don't miss out on the great opportunities that they have available to you through this platform. Take advantage, whether it's game day transport, executive transport, airport transport, whatever your transportation needs are. Our friends at Golden Limo have you covered. You can check them out at goldenlimo.com. If you have ground transportation needs, get to your destination on time, every time with Golden Limo. Ride like the Wolverines. Feel like a Wolverine when you ride with Golden Limo, the proud transportation partner for many of Michigan's sports teams and the primary transportation provider for Michigan Wolverines football. All you have to do to book your golden ticket reservation is go to goldenlimo.com/golden ticket or call their team at 734-668-8282 and mention Golden Ticket to book your transportation reservations today. And of course, our sponsors for the Financial Literacy Bootcamp, University of Michigan Credit Union, our friends over at Morgan Stanley are helping us make a difference in the financial endeavors of these student athletes. We appreciate you. To the rest of you, thanks for watching another edition of Behind the Uniform.